The angle grinder created a major buzz in the workplace when it was developed in the middle of the 20th century. This power tool could do it all: cut, grind, and polish metal or stone. Just change the disc or brush attachment to match the job, and work gets done automatically. With numerous attachments available, the angle grinder can be equipped for many different jobs. That makes it one of the most useful things on any job site. Making angle grinder starts with these blocks of pure aluminum. Fired in a furnace, the aluminum melts into a liquid form. The factory casts the molten aluminum to create gear housings. A robot transfers one of the gear housings to a milling station and then retrieves a finished part. The door of the machine closes, and a computerized cutter carves threads into the center bearing seat and generally improves the profile of the part. Next up is the rotor for the electric motor. An automated system pushes special cardboard end discs onto the rotor shaft. The part on the right is equipped with end discs. The system now installs a part called the collector on one end. Made of copper and plastic, the collector will transmit power to the rotor and ensure that the grinding or polishing attachment can turn. The part on the right has had the collector installed. Spinning arms wind copper wire into grooves in the rotor at both ends. The wire will serve as an electromagnet and maximize power output. Moving forward, the system inserts covers into slots in the rotor wall. They both insulate the rotor and stabilize the copper coil. Spinning devices wrap copper wire around each half of the stator. This stator creates the electromagnetic field around the rotor. A robot puts the two halves of the stator together in a fixture, and welds make the assembly permanent. Over to an injection molding machine now. It forms plastic into outer casings for the grinder. A robot transfers the casing to a platform for printing. This stamp adds silver ink to the embossed company logo, giving it greater visual appeal. A worker then slides the plastic housing over the stator, and a pneumatic machine press fits the two together. The worker then wires the on-off switch for the angle grinder. The gear housing has by now been equipped with a drive gear and brake. He installs the gear system on one end of the rotor. He then inserts the rotor assembly in the stator. An automated system screws everything together to complete the angle grinder motor. Next, a nozzle fills the gear head with grease. A worker places the spindle and safety clutch over the gear head, and a mechanized system screws it in place. She then wires the electrical plug to the angle grinder motor. She encloses the electrical wiring with a plastic cover. She locks the cover in place with screws, using a metal template to aid in their placement. This angle grinder is now ready to undergo quality control tests. This one depresses the angle grinder switch while a computerized system analyzes the motor's performance. If it passes all the tests, the angle grinder is ready to take a chunk out of someone's workload.